We are continuing our deep dive in the commonly used tools we use while we are digitally apparel drafting in Adobe Illustrator. I am super excited about today's tools. They are the Rotate and Reflect tools. Hi, I am Christina Hadley-Dyke Roosevelt, and I love pattern drafting, and I love pattern drafting in Adobe Illustrator. I love how easy it is to take my sloper that I have in there and just quickly change it into any garment that I can imagine. So, without much ado, let's dive into this Rotate tool and Reflect tool. So I'm going to start with the Reflect tool. And there is a couple different ways that you can go about doing this. So I'm going to first go with the easiest, most straightforward one. So we're going to hit V, or the select one, select key command. We're going to highlight the entire pattern piece that we want to reflect. And I commonly will use this tool, especially when I'm doing like an asymmetrical garment, or I want like a one-shouldered thing, or each side of the garment is doing something slightly different. And so that you're actually patterning on the full pattern instead of on the double pattern. So now that I have it highlighted, I am going to right click, transform, rotate. Sorry, we're not rotating. Transform. We are reflecting. Reflect. And I just want it to go right across there. And you want to make sure that you hit copy. That way your original pattern piece stays there. Now we're just going to drag it, and it almost lined up perfectly. But what all you have to do to make it actually line up is get the top. Wow, that is actually really close. That is it. But say it didn't line up, all you'd have to do is select it, hit R for rotate, and you see this light teal cross with a bullseye in it come up. That's the point of origin that the entire pattern will be rotating around. But commonly, we don't want it in the center of our pattern. So before you click anywhere, click where you want it to rotate from. So I want it to rotate from that anchor point. And it moves the little teal guy right there. And then I can drag this pattern wherever I need it to be and make it line up just like that. So that's one way to reflect. You can find that one in when you have a pattern selected and right-clicked transform, or you can come up to object transform. It's also there. I commonly just do the right-clicking because it's faster. Now say we want to transform, or we want to reflect this with using the key command. So what we're going to do is highlight the pattern. We're going to hit O for reflect. We're going to click the anchor point that we want to reflect it over, and then we're just going to pull it over. Now it takes that and reflects it. If you want to maintain the original one, which in patterning you almost always do, hit your Alt key. And there it is. Maybe. That's pretty close. And there it is. There is actually one more way that's even easier than that, and you're not like trying to nudge it, nudge it, and nudge it. What you want to do, let me delete this guy first, is we're going to select our pattern, hit our key command O, but before we click, we're going to hold our Alt key down and click. And then it brings up this nice little pop-up box, and I just let it kind of do its thing. You want to hit copy it over, and there you have it. Your perfect pattern all right there, and you can pull up your pen tool and maybe your layers tool and get patterning a one-shouldered garment or whatever you desire. Now, you did see me use that rotate tool, but we're just going to go over it just one more time. Say I want to ensure that my two side seams lined up, and since they're straight lines, they can be easily measured just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move so that those 2 points are right on top of each other. it is wanting to jump right now. Let's see if we can zoom in and get it. There we go. That's still a little high. There we go. Now we're going to hit our rotate button, so R, and we're going to click right on top of that and bring it on in. And you can see that that is a nice smooth transition for the underarm. It's a little bit more of a harsh transition for that side seam, but that is easily fixed. So that is the rotate tool and reflect tool. I hope you love it. Definitely grab my key commands and useful charts so that you can know what key commands you are and start memorizing those so you can get digitally apparel patterning faster and easier. I am super excited you joined me for this. Definitely check out some of the other videos in this deep dive series, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.